All right. Hold on. We got a camera issue. Let's get this flipped around. All right, cool. I'm gonna wait for you guys to call in. I honestly didn't check if anyone else is live, so I'm sorry if someone else is live right now. I'm really curious about what the King community thinks and feels right now. Post game thoughts, reactions, honest. It's it's an interesting one. It's a very head scratcher. Like it's a win is a win, and it's gonna add like freaking. It's gonna throttle our King community. It's great. But what are your guys' thoughts? What are your outtakes? Drop it down in the comments. I'm gonna be watching does this while I'm talking here. But my personal thoughts. I'll start with we'll start with the hot topic. Let's start with a hot topic. Everybody wants to know. Everyone wants to talk about, but it's fine. Quarterbacks. Jaron Williams, Nikosi Perry, who, where's that? Well, first of all, I want to give the address to Tate Martell. Like, leave of medical absence. I thought that was very, um, weird. I'm tired of this team having very weird narratives based on medical issues and not really explaining what's going on. We need to be more upfront about it. That's my first thought, just in general. But player wise and how we did on the field, Jaren's just doing his thing. Look, I know he had two bad passes, but if this guy won your starting quarterback job, supposedly he didn't play in practice. It's just interesting. Mr. HG says, just finally happy for a win. I agree with you, man. I am finally happy. Finally happy. This Anton's got a big old smile, as y'all see. I'm freaking looking like a creeper joker, but it's a win. It's finally a win, and it's like it's kind of like I push Virginia game thoughts. You're like, all right, we can get this momentum going, and then it's like, great, next game. Shoot, is it Louisville next game? It's a win is a win. Isaac Clear Cisnero says, yeah. I mean, that's how we feel. This one does not give me more confidence for the rest of the season. I'm sorry, I've already fallen for that trap, but it does solidify the fact that we have talent and sometimes it plays. FSU next week. Okay. That's what I was checking. I was like, is FSU next week or is it Louisville? I swapped this. So FSU next week, right? By the way, my birthday. That's right. My birthday is November 2nd, so I got FSU week, which is exciting. Gosh, I just really want a blowout win. I really want something to solidify us. I feel like a blowout win will do us miracles for our recruiting class like nobody imagines. We really need to destroy a team, and FSU is a must win. Look, we talked about it before the season started. We said, look, if we lose every single game except for Florida and FSU, we'll be happy. A win is a win, Brett Varner says. Better than a loss. Tired of QB drama. I really am tired of it as well. What's your opinion on next week FSU? Let's talk about it. It's a good one. Let's just keep this going. We just need to keep winning. Help recruiting process at this point. Win is a win. And how's my health? Offense was bad till last drive. Yeah, it wasn't abysmal. It just couldn't get anything going. I'm doing great, by the way. As y'all can see, I've been doing great past 3 weeks, and we've got everything settled in. And I'm doing awesome. And after a win, I'm doing even better. FSU week. Let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, you have to start. Bro, get on Mark Rogers. I've done a couple of that. He's a hater. Jesse Harrington. Hater of what? Address that, man. I'm interested about that comment. By the way, if you're enjoying this, smash that like, thumbs up button. I only got one. We got 13 people in, so that kind of helps it out. FSU week. Look, I'm just waiting for a dominant winning performance. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for this team to really truly show who they can be. He doesn't respect Miami. Who doesn't respect Miami, Jesse? Who are we talking about? Are we talking about like I don't respect Miami or someone doesn't? I'm kind of curious. Cool, just like no, I had your back on Cat 5 hole. Someone told me why. Ask him some time is not on there. Oh, okay, I got you. I appreciate that. Cynthia, Perry's the start and Jerry is the finish, but Dan is the problem. Wow. Cynthia, that's a very good comment, actually. Dan Enos is the problem. Mark Rogers TV on YouTube. Oh, he's a hater? Mark Rogers? I don't know. I'm not going to comment other YouTubes. I mean, other channels have done me wrong or right. I don't care. I'm a Miami Hurricane YouTube channel. They can do what they want to do. I'm a Miami Hurricane fan. That's what we're going to talk about. So, I don't know why you feel that way, Jesse, but look, FSU week. Let's talk about that. Dan Enos problem. As a program, big picture future. I don't want Dan Enos here. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. I want him as a QB coach. That's it. You think our defense was very solid, Jesse. I don't. I really don't. They were solid in the red zone. They were solid in the red zone, but they were not solid for the whole game. We beat top teams in the Coastal. And that's such a great point. That's hilarious. It kind of like summarizes our whole season. We lose to the worst teams in the ACC, but we win against the best teams in the ACC Coastal. Like what? They didn't score a touchdown. Jesse, you're correct. We were the best red zone defense. I'm with you, but between the 20-yard line hashes, I thought we were abysmal and awful. We had some very missed tackles per Bandy. You had terrible coverage on several plays, etc. It was just not pretty. I did not like that. So it should have been corrected, and it still has not been corrected. Okay, I will not overlook that. We almost lost, but Manning got up to change the quarterback and see between the realization of winning. I mean, I don't. After this game, honestly, this is my perspective. Maybe y'all disagree. I don't feel better about any staff member. I don't. But you see how one play makes a difference for us to win. You're correct, Jesse. I will not dismiss the fact that had the defense did not play how they did, we would not win. I mean, we had multiple turnovers. David says, I'm done with Perry. Okay. I am not going to ever, I will not ever promote hate of a player. And I keep hearing Perry hate, yada, yada, yada. Let's be real, fan base. Jaron has gotten worse hate than Perry. No one watches and realizes that. This guy was not even in the competition and then wins the starting job. He was hated on such a different level. And then when he throws picks, which other quarterbacks do, we were so okay that the fact there, Nikosi, whatever is thrown in there. When Perry was pulled last season, we lost our minds. Look, Jaron Williams has gotten more hate than any other quarterback, and don't tell me different. You don't see it. I don't know how to tell you about it. Like, Jaron's gotten the worst hate, but I'm not going to keep talking about hate on players. Perry, I will not give him hate, but I agree with you with the fact that certain games, Jaron could not have done stuff that Perry could. Perry was hurting, but just wanted to still. We haven't had a healthy quarterback shuffle around, is what I think on that. Our O-line still struggles. Oh, abysmally. I don't want. But after this game, let's talk about the staff. I'm kind of scared of brain. Y'all keep throwing up comments, but it's all good. The staff has not done anything and proven anything to me that I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, I really like you. You did something impressive. This was good. Nothing at all. What won us the game was the fact that Miami has better talent than Pitt, and they actually showed up to it. That's all that won us the game, in my honest opinion. We need to be honest about Perry. He had 7 overthrows with no pressure. Perry has been missing throws. Thomas in the last 2 games set him up to fail. Look, okay. Y'all are going off on Perry. Okay, let me. Perry did not do well. Jaron has also not done perfect. We don't have a perfect quarterback. I think we need to stay with a quarterback until his perfections are really draining the team. That's what's been going around. I don't like how the staff has been managing it. I don't. Next game, Jaron should be starting. Sorry, he should be. But, bro, I love Perry. Okay, good. It's play calling. Stop with the both quarterback. Thank you, Brett. Thank you very much with that. Because this is college football. No quarterback on Miami's roster is perfect. Nobody is. Look, we don't have, and y'all hate FSU, but I'm going to give this transition. What the whole hype of us as a recruit, Jameis Winston, was, and how he won that, Heisman Trophy and all that. Freshman year, he's the immediate explosion. We don't have that on our roster. We just don't, okay? So you can't say that there's a perfect quarterback on a roster for college football athletics. We have very poor play calling. We do. I'm sick and tired of turning on a game, watching Miami football, and I'm like, bro, this is early 2000s offense. This under center stuff needs to stop. Stop dodging both quarterbacks. We need one quarterback needs to stay in. I'm still stuck on that. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. You need to stick with one. It's a weird shuffle around, and I still think Williams is a more complete quarterback. We all know he's better for the NFL style thing. But this under center play calling, like Brett mentioned, is exactly our issue. This is sickening. We need to go spread. We need to go that Dan Enos promised us. It's ancient offense. Now, it's not 100% on Dan Eno's staff, but I don't care to see him there unless if he's just quarterbacks coach guru. But with his paid salary, I don't think that's going to happen. We don't have enough money for that. I can't really say it's play calling because of the offensive line. Okay, I'm going to address that. Dude, yes, the offensive line is abysmal. The offensive line is garbage. It's trash, okay? It did better this game, though. It did. It did. Now, there were some issues on our ends, on the tackles, but it did better. There are some play calls when the offensive line does do its job, and Dan Eno's play call is kind of like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, great quarterback coach, horrible play caller. Dan Enos is not a great play caller. He is not. He's a great quarterback coach. He is not a good play caller. I will not waver from that fact. That is my perspective and opinion, and I'm going to stay with it throughout the whole season. And the fact when I turn on this game and after all of this outbreak of losing to Georgia Tech and post that he didn't address it, didn't change it, it looked exactly the same as it always has. Dan Enos is stuck in his ways. And we need him gone if he's going to be stuck in his ways. This is Miami football, Miami athletics. We can't do that. We can't do that. Yes, sir. Wholesome one plays. I don't know what that comment means. We can't do that. We need to go outside. We need to be spread. Okay, these players need to be in the open field that he talked about. He needs to build his offense scheme to his player personnel that he talked about. I'm tired of this talked about stuff. I want to see it on the field, and I didn't see that, okay? Enos coaches under the best. Elaborate on that, Jesse. What do you mean? Like, he's been, like, in the Alabama system that was good? Okay, I understand that the offensive line, okay. The offensive line was okay. Look, if Dan Enos had the best offensive line in the country, and he was doing the same exact play calls as he did with Miami quarterbacks that we have right now, we still would be wanting more. Okay, are you with me on that? Yeah, Enos coaches under on Nick Saban and made him look good. Look, he had Alabama players. Like, a lot of guys are going to look good, honestly. And I think some other place outlet addressed this. The fact that, look, Alabama players, everybody going to be OC there and going to look pretty and nice. And Enos was not an OC, he was going to be one. But the system looks exactly the same, and it's just, what's up, Kyle? What's up, man? He has championships. There is no rhythm on the offense. Rhythm. Thank you. So look, this is how you create rhythm. This is three things that need to be addressed. First of all, Butch Berry, offensive line, whoever you want to point the fingers on, which I've heard some stuff coming. If y'all saw the outlet from Bryant McKinney and all them, listen to that podcast. Great stuff. The coaching doesn't seem to be very uptight. The players don't seem to be very on par, and the play on the field is not on par. Offensive line, number one, needs to be fixed. Okay, if you don't have an offensive line, you can do not have an offense. Number one. Number two, your play calling needs to be fixed, okay? Your playing has to be fixed. You are advertising one thing and selling another. I'm sick and tired of it. Give us what you're selling. Give us what you're selling. Put the best 11 players on the field and give us a play call for those 11 personnel on the field. Not much of this garbage. It is tiring me out, okay? Now, I sound angry and mad right now during this live. We just won. I just got to be critical. So, then, after that is done, we got the offensive line, we got the play call. The third thing is execution. And I don't like that word because Rick used it, and I was sick and tired. I wanted to throw up in my mouth when he kept saying execution. But these players cannot drop this ball. Osborne, calling you out, bro. What the heck was going on in this game? So frustrating. And maybe it's our wide receivers coach. Maybe it is. I don't know. But these guys cannot drop the dang ball. I don't care if Taylor's throwing it. I don't care if Joe Rhodes throwing it. I don't care if Tate Martell's throwing it. I don't care if our punter's throwing it. You need to catch the ball. It's a freaking piece of gold. You're at collegiate level at Miami. This needs to be fixed. And part of it is to blame on the staff. Part of it is to blame on these wide receivers. I don't know. KJ Osborne's been a very solid guy, and he did have a good game, okay? He pulled us out and got us a win and got us a touchdown. But it's very stressful to see these drops and then these players go somewhere else at Cager and they be successful not dropping the ball. Something is disconnecting. So that's how you get consistency on the offense. Get your offensive line fixed up, get your play calling fixed up, and get your players playing consistently catching the ball. We need to fix that. Pitt dropped more balls than our wide receivers. Yes, okay. Great point, Sean. Great point. We're going to sit here and we're going to talk about, woo, Miami won. We're a great team. We've got this. This is the U, baby. We are back on a momentum slide. Pull up the train. Let's be real here. Those wide receivers for Pitt dropped so many passes that last drive specifically. If they had caught one of them, this outcome of this ballgame would possibly be very different, and they would win. Okay? Their errors won us the game. We cannot talk here cocky, nose up in the air, with you throwing up saying we're all that, when honestly, the wide receivers of the Pitt team helped us win this game. That's a very great point, Eric. So we got lucky on that, but that's ACC Coastal teams. That's what you're going to get. It's going to happen. So yeah, you're right with that, but I'm sick and tired of seeing us being so stick-minded and not opening up our eyes to the rest of the stuff on the staff. So that's enough on the offense. I want to switch to the defense a little bit, guys. How Jaron won the job in 6 minutes. Oh my gosh. Look, okay, let's address this Jaron thing. I will talk about Jaron thing before I go on Danny and the defense, Blake Baker. Jaron has been the guy. Look, for 3 plays, 2 interceptions. One of those 3 were not his. Should have been put back in. Now, if you say injury, all right, cool. But he was not injured for more than 1 game. He was ready to play for another game. Perry did bring a different element, but look, give a real narrative. Say that he lost the job because you lost your confidence. You didn't stick with the guy that you said you were going to stick with the guy. Look, if we switch these cards, and Kosi Hive, that may be in this chat or not right now, if your player was treated the same way as Jaron was, you would be mad. If you notice how the hate that Jaron has gotten, you'd be very mad. So I am mad and disappointed. I want consistency, and this needs to stop. This whole drama needs to stop. You need to stick with your men that you put in and stay with them. It's getting ridiculous and sickening. This whole quarterback carousel and all that, the field goal kicking. You need to stick with your man. Jaron is the best quarterback on this roster. Ben saying it, still believe it. The only reason I said Perry would be better is not because he was the better quarterback, but the offensive line was so bad that he needed to be there. Now, the offensive line didn't regress, and Jaron was able to use it for a couple of drives, not the whole game, to win this game. Perry made a factor. I don't hate Perry. I liked it. But look, for the rest of the season, stop this carousel coaching staff. Please stop. Look, if you want to put Perry in for the rest of the season, please do. Just stick with one guy. It's getting ridiculous. You don't know how to evaluate who's the better guy. Like, I don't understand it. Why are you telling us fan base is one product and selling us another on the field? It's getting very frustrating. I still believe Jaron is the best quarterback on the field. If 2 interceptions benches him, it's kind of ridiculous. No other player gets benched on the defense side, etc., when they should be. Now let's go to the defensive side. Everyone wants to talk about quarterback, but I'm very curious about your thoughts on defense. How did they play? What players impressed you and what players disappointed you? Because honestly, from my perspective, I do not get how the hell a walk-on started last week when we had an injury and McLeod plays this game. If you want to protect his red shirt, we have plenty of other freshmen that can step up. Why the hell do we have a walk-on? It's laughable, Brett says. McLeod played good. Thank you. I agree. In fact, I believe McLeod is a better player than Shaq Quarterman. I didn't think I'd be saying this, but dude, it was better. Rousseau or whatever. Rousseau was well done, I would say. I think the management of our defensive line was better, improved, but did anybody leave this game saying, okay, I'm a little bit more impressed with any defensive staff member? Anybody at all? He's a great outside linebacker, Jesse says. He is. I hope he somehow, I think if he plays another game, he loses eligibility. I need to check on that. I didn't do my research. Sorry. This is just our reaction. But as far as I know, number 15, bro, he's good. How did this guy not start? How did Rousseau not start and you give him a captain in 2 weeks? And then week after week, he proves you wrong, and he is a beast. All right, I'm with you, man. Jesse, like, how the hell? Moke, he didn't lose his job. Come on, bro. Long arms. Dude, Spider. That's the nickname, Spider. Dude is a freak, a beast. How the hell was he not starting? And then you give him a freaking captain jersey. He needs to be starting every game. He's a beast, a freak of an athlete, game after game, proven it on. If I see another jersey other than 15 on that field, I'm gonna be disappointed. He needs breathers and rotate it, sure, but dude, 15 better be damn starting for the rest of the season. I don't. And the fact of how he was mismanaged is why I want to see this defensive staff gone. Sorry, I want this whole defensive staff gone. If the way it's a bunch of JW haters, Kim. So Jaron Williams haters. Look, thank you. Okay, Jaron Williams has a lot of hate. At least someone sees it. Okay, but yeah, on the defensive side, I didn't like our secondary play. Somehow we got a targeting call reversed. I don't know how. They finally saw that these players lower their helmets into our defensive players. It's gotten sickening how much this has been happening, but they got it right. I feel like through this game, although not perfect, the officiating crew was much better. Much better. Does anyone feel like the officiating crew was sucky? They had a couple of completely missed holding calls, but still way too many missed tackles, David says. I'm with you, man. Like, leaving this game, but this is updating roster for 14 Miami is amazing, bro. Oh, I know it, Jesse. I know it. Many don't like it, but hold on. Let me look the dog in. It's definitely different. We've got the talent, bro, man. We've got the dang talent. But seeing this mismanagement of the whole staff, that's why I want it all gone. It's 7 games in. It's ridiculous, man. We've got to fix it. And I didn't leave this game saying that was Miami defense. I don't care. Like, red zone defense was well, okay? But there was a lot of stuff. The secondary was awful. We're deep in positions. On the defensive front, yes. Linebacker front, not at all. Secondary, it's like talented but not experienced. And I don't know who to blame for it at this point. I feel like the staff is really to blame on this point of how they're playing. But there are some plays where I'm just like, no, that is on that player. I mean, you cannot do that. Our conditioning is amazing. We have the talent. Is coaching being timid? Let them play. You think that coaching is being timid? Okay, I'm with you. But let's give a play, for example. The Gervin Hall missed tackle. Like, dude is flying up, and he's going to get him at least for a no game or a loss. I connect with the player. That's pretty cool, Jesse. But this dude completely slips and misses. Like, bro, that's not on the coaching staff. Or is it? How do you feel about that player right there? Is the coaching staff not preparing him to get his feet set? Or is that player not making the correct adjustment that he should be doing? Or is it experience? Because and then the next play, though, in Gervin Hall's defense, like, boom, smash hit. Like, it was like, whoa, nice job. I just don't like this staff. I personally believe, and I gave the question to y'all, and I'm waiting for y'all to address it, but I personally believe with this talent and roster, our defensive staff is not making or doing the job they need to do to get them to play how they need to. We need to play, bro. This is way we played Notre Dame on 2017, 41-8. Yeah, okay, so Danny and us brings, okay, it was raining. Brett, that's a very good point. The weather conditions were not great, and we played pretty decent for those weather conditions. And slipping and falling like that, it's fine. But the missed tackles that did occur were kind of ugly. The Gervin Hall one with the rain, credit there. I'm with you. I still felt like it could have been fixed, but you're right. It is raining, and it was an ugly game. Don't like the corners are playing. Oh, but I saw Al Blades in there instead of DJ Ivy. I prefer Al Blades over DJ Ivy any day. I've been preferring him. I've been liking him. I don't get why DJ Ivy got any interest job. We still not good. Fresh 352 says. Look, okay, so FSU's next week. Let's talk about FSU. All right, let's talk about FSU. Let's move this on. This is all confusing and weird. Stick with your kicker is what I'm looking for, number 1. Number 2, stick with your quarterback, and that's Jaron Williams. Number 3, get onto these wide receivers. I don't care. Like, get onto them. This is getting ridiculous. Blades has been shut down so far. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you. I do not want to see DJ Ivy on the field. I just don't. I'm sorry. Anyone who compares him to these great players is honestly blasphemous because it's ridiculous. Fresh, we not good. Okay. We're not great. We aren't. I mean, we are what our win-loss record says. And we're 4-4. We're not good. You're correct. But FSU game, The momentum and change we can cause if we obliterate this FSU team will be huge. The interesting thing about this game is FSU does have talent. They have had the issues that we've had, and that's an incapable staff. Now, it's an away game as far as I know. FSU's winning 13-0. I think Miami can win. And it's a good thing that we won this pit game. I mean, we need that momentum, but um, the staff has not prepared our team. And I'm very nervous about that. Our staff has not prepared our team like they should. Danny Nose needs to get out of his box and start doing more spread coast. He has to address that, okay? If it's not addressed, it's ridiculous. This quarterback shuffle cannot keep going around. Cameron Price is our kicker and stick with him, okay? He just kicked the last ones. He made them. Stick with him. I don't care if he misses the next 3. Stick with him for the whole game, okay? Whole game. Stick with the same kicker. Stick with the same quarterback. Offensive line needs to... Wide receivers dropping balls. We don't win this game on so many things that went luckily our way. It really is what happened. So we cannot be cocky and proud and thinking that confidently we're going to beat FSU because we're not. But we can beat FSU. I think FSU offense is going to light up our defense. Okay, I know the talent we have at wide receiver, and I'm nervous about that because of the inexperience or ineptitude to correctly schematically set our secondary up. Because it is abysmal, and that's where we will get fried. But their offensive line play is so abysmal like ours, and our defensive line play has been stepping up, and Silvera has been getting in there, and now we've got Garvin kind of stepping up, Hill, and now Rousseau finally is the starter. It's been nice. It's been nice, so I feel like we can really harass these guys. I do think that. But if the defensive line is not allowed to play ball and go crazy, our secondary will get roasted. I agree with you on that. I'm really worried about what they did last year. I get you, man, but I'm not worried about last year. We need speed at wide receiver. Well, Jeff Thomas is coming back. This is his last suspension, so you'll get it. Here's what I want from our offensive side. DJ Ivy's talent, like Erwin Hall, he needs to work on feet and ankles. Donald, okay, is Ivy not as talented? Ivy is the man. Blades is the man. Look, Blades is doing his job. Please do not put Ivy on there. I don't care. This season, I want to see Blades right. He has been absolutely perfect on his coverage. Okay, perfect. Locked down. He has never had flat-footed issues like I've seen from DJ Ivy. I do not want to see number 8 on the field. If I see number 8 on the field, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. How do you guys feel about it? Because Blaze has been a lockdown corner. Bambi. Okay. There's bipolar player. What? I don't know. I talk like Michael J. Fox. But dude, Bandy needs to freaking play consistent. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This guy who's this huge talent, all that, and then gets blown up and looks okay on the stat sheet because the wide receiver dropped the pass. Nothing to do with Bandy. I am very worried on our corner play on the Bandy side. I think Blades is the best corner that we have right now. I really want to see Williams. I'll be honest. Bandy was on fire in 2017. Sure, but he had a lot of experience around him that he doesn't have. Like, I don't know what's going on. Blades good, but he can't tackle. Blades does need to work on his tackling. Now, I don't think his mistakes have cost us as much as any other corners plays have. But he definitely needs to be tweaked on that. And that's on the staff, in my opinion. I think he's got everything in his toolbox, and the staff needs to teach him how to do it. I really do. So I think if our defensive line front doesn't create pressure, I'm going to be scared. And Anton is a nail biter, but I love getting this win. FSU up next. I'm with you, man. I'm with you, buddy. But we can't tackle. We can't. I didn't see impressive tackling after this. Mr. Prime, what's up, man? None of this tackling impressed me. But if our defensive line creates havoc against FSU's front, I see this being as a win. Offensive side of the ball. Look, hit the like button, not hard. Yeah, dude, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it does help out. We have like 6 likes or something like that. Yeah, it's really low. So if you hit that like button, it really helps out. Stick with your quarterback. I know I'm a Jeremy Williams fan, so I'm biased, but I do want Williams out there. I'm sorry. I think he gives us the best chance to win the ball game. This offensive line needs to get better, okay? Better not freaking regress. All prayers and speedy recovery for DJ Dallas and Cam Harris because they're both dealing with some stuff. Okay, they're both kind of hammered up, but they are ballers. The one guy I do want from our offense, our like coordinator staff, is Eric Hickson at running backs coach. I believe is correct. I hope I didn't mess up his name. Dude is getting his job done. These running backs are ballers, and Danny Enos will not utilize our running back play like he needs to. It's annoying. It's frustrating. And you see constantly, play after play, these running backs want to win the game. They put the whole team on their shoulders. And they make things happen out of nothing. These running backs are coached up on a different level than I've seen in a long time. I want our running backs coach to stay on this offensive coordinator staff. That's the only guy, okay, that I'm very confident. He's amazing. He is amazing. He's just fire. Like, guys, Cam played so well. Like, this was amazing. And what I saw in several of his plays, and he was banged up. DJ is amazing and starting. Like, constantly goes away from the guard. Exactly, Brett. And this is so frustrating to me. Look, if you want to play with the old school, like, offensive thing, it's a Cuban thing, bro. He does speak English. Yeah, just appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Stick with the running game. It works for you with this abysmal line. These guys make plays happen out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And I am hold the props to him. He's doing his job, and the players doing his job. I have such respect. Imagine if we had someone else. It would be amazing. It would be amazing if we had a Lingard kind of. If we took offensive line that we had when we had Duke Johnson, Eric Hickson at running backs coach, and Duke Johnson type of level athletic running back, and a play caller that realizes that's what he has and uses it, gosh. We've been blowing teams off away like Wisconsin, because Wisconsin, if y'all haven't noticed, is pretty steadfast in its offensive play calling ways. But Jonathan Taylor does the job. Look, if Enos wants to go that way like that. I don't understand why you're putting it up like that. It's so frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. But I want to see more of that, man. Lou Headley, oh my gosh. Yes, Lou Headley, a baller. So look, I'm a little bit over 30 minutes mark. Justin Williams, anyway, Canes. Yeah, man. I'm going to try to summarize this up because I just want to do some raw reaction here, feel what you guys think. Yeah, Wisconsin is getting whipped. And you know why? Ohio State, Ryan Day using Justin Fields kind of quarterback with spread coast. Gosh, like, so frustrating. So frustrating to see Miami's talent being to waste and not coached up. But punter is for MVP. So in summarizing thoughts, I'm not more impressed by anybody on the staff except for Eric Hickson. The staff better talk the talk of realism and be like, we're not all that in a bag of chips. We're just not, but we got to win. And prepare this team correctly for FSU. For FSU, we can win. In fact, we can blow them out, but it's got to happen from the defensive line front, first of all, and the offensive play calling. It's got to. Perry transfer. Look, I'm not going to be, no. Stop that, man. Perry's done everything for this program that he should, as does Jared Williams and everyone. Don't even. We need those top Jugo quarterbacks. I don't want to shove around quarterbacks. I think we have all the talent on this off. I think, this is my personal opinion, this is how I'm going to end this live. Miami's roster, excluding the offensive line, is set up to win a national championship on the talent level. We can win a talent against any team. Our staff is not on a championship level talent. And our offensive line with the recruiting is not. So to correct this, you need to get your recruiting class back up and get that depth that you keep talking about. But you got to make some big baller moves and fire some coaching staff coordinators. You've got to. So, look, a win is a win against Florida State. Let's see. Prove your worth. Get 2 wins in a row finally. and show us you are who you really are. Get this recruiting class back on track and get this team corrected and filled out how they should be prepared for FSU. It's a win. A win is a win. I'm kind of happy. I'm still disappointed not seeing big out-of-the-box stocks and plays. But at the end of the day, guys, it's always all about the you. Appreciate all that. Join us. Smash that thumbs up button. And you guys have a great one. I'll see you when I see you.